We are back on air with Rare. We got another good one. Yes, sir. Share the link, share the link, share the live. We back. We got a lot to talk about. The season is underway. Fall ball is over. I repeat, fall ball is over. Teams are locking in. They're getting ready for the season. Practices get ready to start. It was a great preseason. There's a lot of action. A lot of teams we believe going to make it far, and there's a lot of teams who we think should just pack it up early. Before I get into everything, I want to bring my guy on, one of the most influential middle school guys, grassroots guys in the area. Created his own program about 6 years ago. Took him to prominence. Won a lot of championships on the grassroots level. Is now partnered with one of the biggest AAU programs in the country. My guy, no other than Coach Ghee. What's going on, good brother?
Just the deal, brother.
All is well, man. Hey, listen, it's always a good time, man, when we get to chop it up and, debate and, talk basketball. Man, how you feeling tonight? What's going on?
Nah, man, I love this stuff, man. Like, ain't nobody gonna do it like us, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, keep it real. Like, that's one thing people love about me, especially about you, that I don't hold no punch at that. I tell what I see, and so do you. So that's what it is.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, let's get right into this, man. Hey, listen, I put something out earlier. It rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and I'm fine with that. Father Judge, is it realistically, can they start 0-4 this season? They got a tough schedule. They got a loaded schedule. They got Paul VI from Virginia the first game. Then they're back in the DMV for Archbishop Spalding. Then they stay in the DMV, play DeMatha, and then that fourth game is Imhotep Charter. Where do you see them starting the season? But when they get to the Imhotep game, game 3, where do you got Father Judge sitting?
They can easily start 1-4, but I think Chris scheduled it that way, and that's not his intention. Chris is all about Catholic Championship. Now him starting 0-4 in the preseason is not really going to change what their demeanor is and what they after this year, but it's definitely absolutely going to happen. Any of our teams up here can go to that schedule and start off 0-4. So we're not going to just say that Father Judge is going that. You're going in there and play Paul VI. That got probably the best player in the country to me.
Yes,
and Jordan.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I seen Jordan season 6 since he was in 6th grade. I knew he was going to be the Jordan today. You know what I'm saying? So going down there and playing three schools in a row, then coming home and playing the top of the top that we have around, then easily can start off 0-4, especially with a young point guard and Corey. You know what I'm saying? He's only a freshman, and those guys trying to figure out the post Kev era. So it could easily be 0-4 to start the season. But I don't think Chris would hit the panic button at all.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking at the schedule. Shout out to Chris. Got a lot of confidence in his guys, man. But I'm looking. If I'm not gonna give them 0-4. They're a championship caliber team. They're returning one of the best players, if not the best player in the Catholic League, and Derek Moore-Rivera, who could light it up, score from all 3 levels. But you going down in the DMV to play Paul VI, that's an L. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I believe that's an L. Can they win the game? Yes. The game start out 0-0. Yes, they got a chance to win the game. But like you said, man, Jordan is arguably the best player in the country. They're going to be in the DMV area. I got guys who's very close to that program. They very aware of what Father Judge do. They're very excited for the game, being how good Father Judge is. But I got Paul VI winning in the DMV. I'm not even going to lie. I'm rooting for Philly, but I think Paul VI is going to be too tough. Now, Archbishop Spalding, I haven't seen him this fall, so I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to Judge. However, I thought it was Archbishop Carroll DC at first. I was about to say, that's another tough one. I haven't seen Spalding, so I'm going to say they're going to the Spalding game 0-1. They'll beat Spalding. The benefit of the doubt. Yeah,
it was Archbishop Carroll. I don't see. They even have an answer for Brown. I'm going to tell you that right now. Brown is so dynamic, man. He might have had a 50 ball that game. It just defensively, like Ant Brown is different.
Yeah, and I just think,
have some type of strength from.
That third game, they're going to have DeMatha.
I can't hear you.
That third game, they're going to have DeMatha. Ace Meeks is a bad boy, man. And I think it's going to be a tough time beating DeMatha in the DMV as well.
I think so, too, but I think that's the one they get. To be honest, I don't like. I think that's the one he can get. With the Mather lost a couple guys this year, especially losing their top point guard in the country to Luha. You know what I'm saying? So that's
I,
the one I think they
I
can get.
agree. I think they go into the Imhotep Charter game. I'm gonna give them 1-1. I'm gonna give them 1-1, and then they'll play the Mather that's 1-2. They go on 1-2 to the TEP game. I think they're gonna be in a tough spot playing Imhotep. I'm not even gonna lie. I think they're gonna be in a tough spot. I think Imhotep will be in a spot where they're gonna be licking their chops. And Father Judge could either be 2-1, 3-0. But I think if they go into that Imhotep Charter game 0-3, they in trouble. I'm not even gonna lie. I think they're gonna be rattled early
In
in that
trouble
locker
from
room.
what? In trouble from what though, brother? In trouble from
I
what?
mean,
Like even if they go 0-12 in December, that's not going to justify what they're going to do in the Catholic League. I mean, it's a really, really tough schedule, rare, like for anybody.
I agree. I just think, starting off the season 0-3, like I said, Chris got 10, 11 guys that can play, and probably 10 of
Yeah,
them
he does.
expect to play. But it won't be a 10-man
3 Division I
rotation. I feel like
starters.
if they go into the Imhotep game 0-3 with that much talent, I think the locker room is, like you said, the PCL guys only worry about winning the PCL championships. But I think if you start the season off 0-3 and you head into the Imhotep Charter game in a tough spot, and if you drop that Imhotep game, you got Coatesville right after that. Will arguably the best 2028 in the country.
Yes. Ain't no crying in this. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is what Chris signed up for. Chris Roundtree took the job when Kev Aaron was freshmen, and he bought that team. The year before they came and bought that team in there, and he signed up for this 5 years later. This is where he wanted to be at. So it ain't no looking at it like they 0-4, 0-3. This is where he signed up to be, and for 5 years later, this is the 5-year plan when you're building a business, right? To be at top of the top, and he's here now, and we got to go out there and play. You one of them dudes. You got 3 D1 starters. You got a top freshman class in the area. You got to go out there and play.
They go into the Imhotep Charter game, whether they 3-0, 1-2, 2-1. Do they knock off Imhotep? Who wins that matchup? You got Imhotep Charter, New Look Imhotep Charter versus Father Judge. Who wins that game? Who you got winning that game?
I think it's so much closer this year than it was last year. Last year when I looked at it, when Zaire had went down, I looked at it like Imhotep don't stand a chance to beat these dudes, and they didn't beat them early. They beat them in the city championship and then lost them in the states. But this year it's too hard to call because I like Imhotep. I like Imhotep a lot, but I'm not super high on that they're just going to be dominant over a top Catholic League school like that. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. Getting Zaire Muhammad grade back is going to be crazy because he's one of the best players in our area. But I just really got to see them still trying to click on every level, trying to get Jordan Dill involved and change his game for what he's been the 4 years he was in at Germantown Friends. So it's going to be tough, man. And if I had to pick today, if you're saying Ghee pick today, I will have to go slight edge Imhotep only because, like I picked Judge last year, but only because I think the ball pressure and their young guards over at Judge.
I agree, man. If I had to pick today, obviously I'm an Imhotep guy, so they're gonna think I'm biased. But I'm gonna tell you why I got Imhotep today. Like you said, the guard spot for Judge, man, losing Kavir Kennedy. Kavir had the ball in his hand 80% of the game, last year, and he got everybody in the right spots. I don't know if Judge will be able to beat that pressure. Imhotep is going to pressure from start to finish. They got multiple guys who could pressure multiple positions. They got long athletic wings who could guard Judge, super talented wings, and they got guards who get after it. Ian Smith is no slouch. Super sophomore, very, very good. He's arguably one of the best 2028 point guards in our area. I think it's a two-man race with that, with Ian and Dylan in the city as far as PCL and public league. But I think Imhotep, man, with add Malik Brown, gives them length. You got Zaire Muhammad back. You got Lorenzano White. It's going to be tough with Judge bringing that basketball up. And, Judge does have the pieces to score the basketball in the wings, and Razion Harris and the freshman Amir Brown and Derek Moore-Rivera and Mad Max and Rocco. But my question is, can they get the ball up the court? We know what they can do once the ball get up the court and get a half court, but can they get the ball up their court? Can they run their offense? Will they be comfortable enough to run their offense against that pressure? Because one thing I do know is your offense might be off some nights, but if you can guard, you could take that all over the country with you every single night. And I think Imhotep going to lead. They going to hang their head on guard the basketball, and I think it's going to be tough for Judge to score. I do think it's going to be a great game. I do think it's going to be a great game, but I got a slight edge to Imhotep as well, man.
I heard from multiple sources inside, real quick, from inside Imhotep locker room, that Ian Smith and Sean Banks are the two best defenders, on-ball defenders on the team, but and it's not close. You know what I'm saying? So with that being the point guard position, that's giving you hell to a freshman. You know what I'm saying? Like with Corey Copeland. And don't get me wrong, Corey's a stud. Going to be a big time player.
He played amazing
at Father
too as well. Corey Copeland played amazing.
Going to be a big time player.
Really
I was Corey middle school coach at Friends Central. You remember I was coaching the middle school. He played for me. Yep. So that kid been good for a very long time. So I'm not taking anything from him. But a big time game like that as a freshman, being a true freshman at 14 years old, going against those big time sophomores and juniors and Sean Banks and Ian Smith, just gonna be a tough night. That's all.
And like you said, man, Sean Banks, I keep forgetting about him. You know, he's a guy who's waiting on his turn, waiting on his moment. Very athletic guard, can guard the basketball. He's going to get out there and, leave it out there every play. Because like I said, he's waiting on his moment. He believes it's his time, and he's going to go out there and prove it. So that's another guy that the Panthers have that can pressure the basketball. And again, we didn't even talk about their offense yet. We're talking about the stops they're going to get. And I believe Imhotep will get more stops than Judge that game, and they will win that game. And like I said, it should be a sold-out event.
If you ask me today, yes. I agree with you.
If you ask me today, if you ask me tomorrow, if you ask me until the day of the game, I got Imhotep beating Judge, and I just think it's a matchup problem for Judge. I just do. Like the ball pressure is going to be tough to beat. Speaking of the pub, does Ian Ness, Fells, Alton Reed, or West Philly have like a realistic chance of beating Tep? Ian Ness just added 2027 Billy Hennigan. Do any of those teams have a chance to dethrone Imhotep as the public league champions?
Not this year. ENS has built something over there that's going to be really tough, a really tough out for everybody this year. I just think with the dominance of Zaire Muhammad Gray, with the dominance of Lateef Lorenzo White inside with Malik Brown now, it's just going to be too much for that. They don't have the size. You know what I'm saying? They have the guard play to sustain the pressure, just don't have the size, and it's going to hurt them this year. Mel's always going to be around. Mel's one of the best coaches that the public league has to offer, always giving brother Andre Fitz, even last year in the championship, through 3 quarters before Shamar got in foul trouble, had him on the ropes. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be around. He's going to do his thing. Azaz is a problem. He's probably the best big in the area, like far as centers that we have. Him and a couple other guys. But I like him a lot. But no, not this year. Not this year. I think Imhotep wins.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if they get by all 3 of those. I think can you hear me? You hear me? I think one of them gonna clip Imhotep. I'm not gonna lie. I think one of them get him. I don't know which one. Dustin is very, very confident in his guys over there. They got a lot of seniors over there. Matt McPhill, Samir Rodriguez, Sumer Muzan, and then they added Billy Hennigan. Then they got one of my favorite small guards in Fareed Brown. ENS, very confident. Dustin, very confident in his guys. I think, they'll go in there and compete. And then you got Fells over there with Izzacorin Gay, Jalen Holmes. They added Jalen Holmes from Overbrook, which is a huge gift for Mel over there. First team, all public player. That's a huge addition for Fells. And then he added Josh Sabb as well, who's one of the craftier guards in the area. Fells will play him tough. I think Fells will go in there. They won't be scared. They actually play Imhotep at Fells this year. I'm sure the gym will be packed. I'm sure the atmosphere will be amazing. I think Mel will have his guys coached up where they'll keep it closer than what a lot of people think. And then R. Reed over there, man, Sim Mitchell is very, very good. Played at LaSalle last year. Nathan Lee. Nathan Lee is one of the best bigs in the public league, if not the best true center in the public league. I'm taking my hat to Nathan Lee as the best true big in the public league for sure. 2027 Nathan Lee averaged double-double as a sophomore. Yes, for Reed. He's really, really good. Division I prospect, play for as promised. I think he's going to hit the scene big this year and this summer. But if we talking true big man in the public league, I think there's no one close to Nathan Lee. And then they added Derek Carr from Roman. Man, he played very well this weekend, man. Tone Carr, younger brother, he's really, really good, man. He'll be a huge piece for R and Reed. I don't know if Imhotep going to get past Reed, Fells, and ENS. I don't know. I think one of them clip him. At least once. I'm not saying they're going to clip him.
I think if you keep talking like that, somebody gonna need to clip your microphone. You are tripping, okay?
Nope.
I get it. Marv's my guy. Dustin's my best friend. God damn it, and Mel's my man. It ain't happening. You understand? It's not happening this year.
No, listen, hear me out.
Win the championship again.
I'm not arguing that they're the favorite. What I'm saying is, it's just I think each of those teams. Shout out to R. Reed. Shout out to Marvin. I don't think R. Reed will beat them. But Fells and ENS, they both pose different threats to Imhotep. Mel's a
threat every year.
Toughness, man. Coach
every
Mel.
Year Mel's a threat. Yes.
He added John Sabb, an underrated kid who could really play, could score the basketball, crafty run the basket, could hit the 15-footer, make plays. He added Jalen Holmes from Overbrook. That might be the biggest get. Luke Brown, but adding Jalen Holmes to Fells, and he just popped out. You ain't hear nobody talk about that. He rolled him out Saturday. 6'5".
I ain't know until you put it up. I said, dang.
That's what I'm saying. Then you got Izzy Korengay, like you see, who's one of the best forwards in the pub as well. I know. So Fells' threat to Imhotep is, for one, they playing at Fells, so they'll have the home court advantage. And for two, Fells will not be scared. They really believe they can beat them. That'd be half the battle with these public league teams. Playing Imhotep, they be scared. They more be fanned out. Or we playing against such and such, or we playing against this, and so they be fanned out. No, them Fells kids not fanned out. They believe they can win, and most importantly, 100%. They coach believe they can win. So I think they pose that threat into ENS with the older guards, man. Matt McPhill, Samir Rodriguez, Samir Muzan, and then Fareed Brown and Billy Hennigan. They can keep up. I believe that they can keep up. ENS gonna be really, really good. They also got Coach Dustin, who he believes his team can win. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Coach Dustin will.
Yeah, Coach Dustin coach too, man.
Saying.
He can coach. Dustin coach, man. He's so passionate. I watched Dustin build 2 programs over his time, man. He was back at Franklin years ago, and he built that team. And now he here at ENS. He built them dudes from the ground up, man. So I'm not gonna put it against him. Man. He got a really good core that been together for 4 years. So Dustin definitely could put it together, man. I just think ZMG, man, like I don't know, for a public school,
Rocky Johnson, Shiz
Benz. It's like they got guys that's probably the 8th man on their team, but be starters on them other team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
chemistry a real thing, believing is a real thing. ENS, I think this is ENS year to Dustin never made it to the Final Four.
I think ENS get to this year though.
They definitely get to the Final Four for sure.
The more realistic question is, does it be a Mel versus Imhotep again, or can Dustin get to the championship? That's a more realistic question for me. Who will be the team to play them in the championship? And I think ENS can break through this year. That Jalen Holmes young crazy though.
That's a big get.
That's a good
get.
I
think if ENS is on the right side, they can get to the championship. I'm gonna be honest. I think ENS might want to run into Tep instead of Fells in that Final Four. It sounds crazy, but I think ENS might want to play Tep over Fells. I think Fells, I don't know, man. I think Fells is a tough matchup for ENS. I think ENS truly believe Tep, though. Like, I think, they
when is the NFL game, too? That's another game we should shout out. When the regular season NFL game, we should be in the building for that. That's a good one.
That's a good question. And depending on who's home is going to be big in it. That's going to definitely be a big matchup because I think that's the 1, 2, 3 for sure. ENS, Tep, Fells. I mean, you got Reed, you got the West Phillies. I haven't seen West Philly this fall. I won't preseason rank West Philly high no more. 2 years ago, I had them at 10. They might have lost like the first 10 after they was ranked preseason top 10 by everybody. They might have lost the first 10. So shout out to West.
I remember that.
I gotta see it to believe it. Yeah, I mean, they fooled us. They knocked off Prince Charter and all this.
I ain't seen West since June.
Me either. I don't know what's going on, but I heard they bubbling. I did hear behind the scenes they bubbling. Just gotta wait to see it. Who wins Public League Player of the Year, man? I mean, Tep guys don't play a lot. Other teams, guys going to play. And if one of those teams can clip Imhotep, one of their players could be publicly player of the year. You agree with that, or you think it's locked up a top player going to
Yeah,
win it?
my public league player of the year candidates are Fareed Brown, Azaz Carnegie, and Zaire Muhammad Gray.
Yeah, I
That's my
agree.
three.
I think you got a spot on. I think Matt McField have a dart. He got a race in this. He got a horse in the race, and Matt McField. Yeah, is a Corngate. Jalen Holmes, another first team all pub player. He's going to do really, really good this year. It's going, like you said, I think the only way one of those other teams that have a chance for a player to actually win the pub player of the year, they got to be Imhotep. Because the numbers, they matter, but they don't matter with the pub because the TEP is going to be up 30 at halftime on most games, so their guys won't play, and if I just don't open that can of worms and jerk the wreck of an Imhotep guy for not playing, because then you'll have them playing his guys the whole game. They'll be winning about 60 to prove y'all wrong, to
He's
get
not
the
gonna do
numbers. So
that no
don't do
more,
that.
man.
But I do think
I'm telling you right now. He's not doing that no more, brother. Up 25, you will not see those guys in
it's
there.
over.
We're not having another situation. Those guys will not be in that game. You're gonna see my kid out there. Nas gonna be out there.
Yeah, no, he the future. I got the only time, his time will come. They know
Nas
it's so long.
gonna play about 15 minutes more accident. It's like, yo, we up there. Go ahead, boy.
Get yours. Is District 1 up for grabs,
yours.
man? What's going on there? Is District 1 up for grabs?
Hold up, my microphone acting crazy. Hold on, my microphone. I gotta fix. Hold on. I ain't trying to
up for grabs.
I'm trying to fix my microphone. Hold on, that joint acting crazy. That joint.
Okay, you let them know. I see it. I see what's going on.
I ain't let nobody know nothing. This is a show. I'm just gonna fix my microphone. District 1, no. No, it's not up for grabs.
Shellham, Upper Dublin, PW. Is it up for grabs?
Oh, you talking about Suburban One? Okay. Suburban One. No. I seen your post. I try to ignore you because you always trying to bait me, and I be in the house praying like, let me just not say nothing to this ball. But I gotta say it. You tripping? It's not up for grabs. Hey, it's not up for grabs. PW will win the Suburban One. They come into a season with 4 senior starters. Buddy has a 2027. That's one of the kids that could play in 2027. You got Luca, that's another 2027 kid that's going to have a event. They got 8 seniors. They got the only 2 players in the league that's headed to Division One. So far committed to Division One schools. I just don't think, and they got the only team in the league besides Wissahickon with a 6'10" guy and up. I just don't think that this is the year. And the same way I felt about Upper Dublin last year, with they crew that been together all them years. So and then let's not leave out. They got the best player in the Suburban One this year. You know what I'm saying? And Monty Saeed. So it's going to be tough to beat PW. Like, you can watch what you want in the fall and the preseason. They don't practice. They don't do nothing. They come to games and hoop. Coach D ain't really one of them fall guys. He put up stuff just so people could see him. He plays everybody. So, shame on you and fool on you if you think that was them. But it ain't. And it will be different schemes. They will run their stuff. And that team that made that run down St. Joe's last year will continue on to be dominant this year. And it's no disrespect to Upper Dublin. I think Upper Dublin is a really, really good team. And the reason
Put
I
some
say
respect on their name, because look, y'all gotta get in front of that. Go ahead.
I say Upper Dublin is a really good team. I'm careful. I think they're a really good team, right? I absolutely love their coach. Every time I see him, it's all love with me and him. You know what I'm saying? He when I come to the games, he show me love. He makes sure I get in, no problems, chill and do whatever I want. He never give me any issues. I love dude. Like, he's a really good guy too. And I also love Kobe Bazemore. I've been around Kobe since Kobe was in 5th, 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, his pop is crazy, but that's still my young boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he gonna have a big year. I think Kobe's the first team All Suburban One performer this year. He's a 3-year player. I mean, he's one of the winningest players in the program. So he's gonna do really good this year. He's got super athletic. He's super athletic now. You know what I'm saying? And been putting the work in the gym. So I think he's gonna be one of those guys that play really well in there. When it comes to team success, though, I don't think that's the Upper Dublin from last year. I do think they're really good. Then what's that? I don't want to disrespect somebody, Ray. You're gonna have to get a little name in there for me because you know the sniper kid from the wing that hit all the threes
Noah Cohen.
right here.
Noah Cohen.
Noah
Noah
Cohen. I'm
Cohen.
sorry for so then
Noah Cohen.
I'm sorry I didn't know your name, Noah. You got hurt versus PW the first game last year. That kid had got a burning. Okay. Like I
Yes,
mean
he
a
do.
real
Yes,
jump.
he
Like
do.
real like to where though a split
No,
second he making it. So
I'm
I
a,
think I think that Upper Dublin will be a good game, but I just don't think they have enough this year with Drees and the player of the year Ryan leaving to beat a PW this year for the Suburban One
I
Championship. I
disagree
think
with that. I disagree with that. After seeing Upper Dublin this fall, I was high on PW. I thought PW would run the table easily. I definitely don't think they'll run the table easy. And actually, I think they could drop two or three games in season, whether it's
mm,
Abington, Shellingham, or Upper Dublin. Upper Dublin is
mm,
that good, and they're gonna be led by a point guard who won 2 Suburban One championships at the starting guard and the district championship, and he's headed into a senior year, man. And Kobe Bazemore, who played the best I ever seen him play last weekend against two tough teams. Kobe Bazemore has made the leap, that his dad been saying he had since a freshman, which when he wasn't ready as a freshman, his dad thought he was. He's ready now as a senior guard. He's going to lead the way for them. And like you said,
yes, he is. Yes, he is.
kid Noah Cohen might be the best shooter in the Suburban One. Hit 9 threes in a
Mm,
game
mm, mm, mm.
last week, and then finished with 29. Then followed up with another game with another 4 threes. I might have seen him miss 2 times all last weekend. He hit about 16 threes. Noah Cohen is the best shooter in the Suburban One for sure. And we talking about flat out shooting the three. Noah Cohen can shoot the three with the best of the people, not only in the
He
Suburban
can.
One, in the area. He can shoot the
Yes, he can.
basketball, shoot the
Yes, he
leather off
can.
that thing. And then they got another kid who hasn't played much. This will be his first year playing, and Horace Jackson. He's going to be huge for them. Horace Jackson is a combo who can create off the bounce, athletic, can score it down low. He's going to be huge for them. He's been on the team the last 2 years, didn't get much time playing behind the league MVP Ryan Morroy and Idris Rhymes. But Horace Jackson is going to make a run at it. And then we talking about Abington. Come on, man. Abington has the most exciting backcourt I've seen all fall. I'm not saying best, the most exciting, and they got talent. And it's starting right here with one of the best 2027 point guards in all of Philadelphia. Xander Grasty is going to have a huge year. And, he's waiting on his moment as well. He started off fast. People kind of stopped talking about him, but I think he got his buzz back. A lot of college coaches is asking about him, AAU programs as well. Xander Grasty is going to make noise this year and going to keep Abington in games. And then he got a backcourt mate in Kyler Pickron, just as athletic, can play. That backcourt with Xander and Pickron is going to be something to watch. If you're in the Abington area, check those guys out. They're very, very exciting. I'm a huge fan of those guys. I think they're going to pose a threat. Their guards can get after it. They can score it. They're very, very aggressive, get downhill, shoot the three, and they talk that talk. And then Sheltonham, man, Chris Harmon has made one of the biggest leaps all fall for Sheltonham. He's been playing lights out. Played very well against Carroll this weekend.
Yes, he
and
has.
Haverford. Big fall for that guy. I'm super proud of him. I'm a lot of D3 interest, couple of D2s is interested as well, man. Then they got the 2 Twin Towers and Tyree Martin and Big Peyton. Sheltonham. So Sheltonham will be in games. Abington will be in games. I just think it won't be easy as we thought or easy as I thought for PW. Obviously, like you said, PW got the best player in the league in Monty Sajid. Towns commit. They got Big Mike, UPenn commit, Buddy Denard, T. Davis, you name it. They got guys. They got Jack. I don't know Jack last name. Could guard the basketball. What's Jack last name? They got Jack. So
Hayes,
they got
Jack Hayes.
Yeah, Jack Hayes. Then they got the legendary coach in Donofrio, man. Won over 500 games in his career. So he's a big-time winner, won a lot of championships. I just don't think it's going to be easy as I thought it was. And I'm going to be honest, I don't see PW sweeping Upper Dublin this season. They played twice. I think they split, and they could possibly meet in the league championship. I'm going to be honest. Upper Dublin don't have that
Upper
player.
Dublin, PW is. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I think PW do sweep the league. I think PW is the only team that brings back everybody. They bring back everybody from a District 1 championship runner-up. So I mean,
They the only one
they
with
lost.
A 7-footer, a legit 7-1.
They lost nothing. They lost other people lost their best players. They lost nothing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they really confident. I just think they sweep the league. That's just it. It's no like that's not even being disrespectful to nobody. Everybody had their own opinion. I just think they sweep the
No,
league
no,
easy. And
I agree. I think they should. I don't think they will no more, but I do think they should. They're the only
yeah, I
team in
think Upper
Suburban One with
Dublin,
two
Upper
Division One
Dublin will be their
commitments.
tough. I think Upper Dublin will be their toughest matchup. I think that backcourt of Abington is sensational, but I just don't think they have enough of the others to beat a PW this year. I think I
They
watched them
beat
busy, and
PW
that's I
last year.
just
Beat PW last
yeah.
year.
But they had seniors. Like once again, people lost
They had
players. They
Paul
didn't.
Wines. Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah. I
lost
agree.
players. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? And then PW beat them by 31 at PW. They did
Mm,
beat PW by 2 at Abington. They did.
okay. Fair enough.
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I agree.
So
Like I said, they got the best two players. They got 8-9 seniors. They got Donofrio. They should run the table, but if they don't,
Kamal Mason
I'm
leaving
on their
Cheltenham
ass.
too.
If they don't
They
run the table, G, I'm on their ass. We was on Upper
100%.
Dublin when they had the ball in Suburban One, and I
They did
seen
what
their
they supposed to
schedule.
do.
I said they should not lose a game. They didn't drop a game. They did what they supposed to do. They won it, and they lost in the districts, and then won the districts that second year. I'm not gonna put the same pressure on PW to win the district because they got a tougher district opponent for sure in Coatesville. 6A
They
districts is
got
different than
they
5A for sure.
6-8 district is different, but you can't do that. I think it's the same. I think it's the same. Be as though they made it to the chip last year.
Gabe, no,
No, they made it
it's
to the
not the
chip
same.
last year. They gotta win. They have to win. They have to win. Like you can't put
Okay,
that pressure on PW on Upper Dublin last year and say I'm not gonna. They have to win. They got
okay.
everybody back. Coatesville lost. But starting backcourt. Colton is only a sophomore, even though he's sensational. They gotta win. This is simple as that. Coach wouldn't even make it to the chip last year. Like, I mean, we still got to. You can't just. What's the team that won the chip? Conestoga. They got
Conestoga.
everybody back. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just say that they walking in there. They have to win. You got everybody back. You got a team with 8 seniors. You got a top junior buddy. You got the super coach. You have to win, and
I
that's
agree.
it.
No excuses.
Now you got
I
Monty
agree.
size.
I
You got
agree.
Monty Sajid, man. Monty is head and shoulders the best player in the league. I
Yep.
don't care what nobody say. They ain't nobody. It's not. They're not close. And they got Big Mike with 6'10", 290 pounds. Like, come on, man. They gotta win. And
I
I'm not.
agree. They should run the
I'll
table.
be biased if I sit on here and say, "Oh no, they don't." You can't put that pressure on them. Yo, they gotta win. They gotta win.
Right. I agree.
They gotta
I
win.
mean, they fall schedule
Nine
was
seniors
slow.
in the top junior. Like you got 9 seniors and
Two
1
division
junior. Well,
commits.
Luca junior too. Yeah, like the
You
juniors
got 2
start like
Division
the
One commits. Not no other team got 1 Division One commit in that league. They got 2 Division One commits, 8 seniors, Division One prospects on the roster, legendary coach, super
yes.
fan base. They gotta win. They gotta win.
They gotta
PW,
win.
y'all gotta win. You're
They
right.
gotta
They
win.
gotta win
And
the
if they
league
and if they,
and
and if, and
district.
if they get clipped by Upper Dublin, like I said, if Kobe Blazemore win this league, and it's possible because I love their coach.
He a legend.
He's
He
the
a
best
legend. He
player to ever
already a
go to Upper
legend. If
Dublin.
100%. I told his dad that if Kobe Bazemore could win another championship against a team like this PW team, I'm not gonna lie. He's goaded out there, but this is stamp it out in Suburban One.
Listen to
That will
me, Upper
stamp it
Dublin.
for
Listen
sure.
to me, Upper
Will
Dublin
stamp
fan
it.
base.
He
Listen
might
to
need a
me, Upper
statue.
Dublin fan
If he
base.
win it, he might
And
got
I'm
to get a
not.
statue.
I don't want to be disrespectful to y'all, Upper Dublin, but I'm gonna tell you this: before that kid went there, I didn't even know that was a neighborhood. Okay. I didn't even know. I didn't even know the neighborhood existed. That kid put the whole neighborhood on the map. So if he, like I
My
said,
God.
if he win, he didn't even have to win the championship this year. I didn't even know Upper Dublin existed in the league. So that coach and him got there. I get a coach credit too. Okay, get a coach some
Yes,
credit too. Yeah,
Brooks turned that thing
yeah.
around. Yes, he
I ain't
did.
never gonna front on him. Man. I love that kid. That guy, he good.
He a hell of a coach too. Like I said, I respect Brooks. I mean,
Yeah,
very good guy, good X's and O guy, and he get the best out of his guys as well. Like you said, I mean, for him to win those back-to-back championships and not a Division One player on that roster, that's impressive. He won a lot of games. He went in the LaSalle one where I thought they would lose. They played another Conwell Egan and beat them as well. So he's beating PCL teams. I don't even know if Upper Dublin ever beat a PCL team before he got there. If so, it was in the 60s or
they
the
lost an
70s or something
unexpected
like that.
game. I had them losing to Newman last year. I didn't think they would lose to Bonner. Like shout out to Bonner for winning that game, but I had them beating Bonner going into that game. Bonner beat them by 20.
And Bonner it was just a tough spot for Upper Dublin. I just think they also just had a hell of a run, whereas though the edge was going. They won the league, they wanted to win, they won that districts that they lost last year. It was like the state was like a long shot for Upper Dublin team. You know what I mean? So they gave it to y'all, they came up short. It still was a historic season. So I kind of figured Bonner would beat them on the strength that Bonner has more talent. And I just think Upper Dublin checked so many boxes last season. Like the state championship was like, if we win it, it's whatever, but we got what we wanted. You know what I mean? They in a sold out crowd at Westchester University and then won a league championship as well. But yeah, it's the pressure's on PW, and I'm changing my pick. I got Coatesville winning districts. I got Coatesville. The more and more I see Larry Brown, the more and more I'm like, they're gonna pose a threat to PW. Now, do they play in the season?
PW at St. Joe's ain't enough seats.
Yes, if that's the matchup we want. That's the matchup we.
They got to figure that gym out. They're gonna have to figure that. They're gonna have to figure that gym out.
Yeah,
there ain't enough seats there for that.
They play in the season though, right? They play in the season and
January 4th at PW.
December 4th.
January 4th at PW.
January 4th. Ooh, that's in the meat of the schedule. Yeah, that's a game to see. I like that. I don't know if they go into PW and win, but I think if the championship neutral floor, Coatesville might edge them. I told John I had PW. But the more and more I see Larry Brown, man, he might be the best unside forward.
Sorry, January 10th at PW. Sorry, guys. January 10th.
January 10th. That's right before money time. What y'all got? 2 games left after that?
So listen to PW schedule the first 3 games in January. The 6th, home versus Upper Dublin. The 9th, away at Cheltenham. The 10th, the very next day, home versus Coatesville. Way to start, Jan. The new year is gonna be jumping for them.
They all trap games, I think, in January. At Cheltenham, Cheltenham believe they believe so much that they're going into Wakanda game 1. That's how much
it's going to look like Duke in there. It's going to look like Duke at that game. Yeah. It's going to be rocking the show here. Pat going to have it jumping up there.
Yes, it is. And then y'all play Coatesville. Oh my God. And that's at PW? Is it literally at PW?
Yes, it's at PW.
That's going to be a beautiful atmosphere. Nobody in the area should miss that game. PW versus Coatesville at PW. January 10th should be a sold out for sure. The whole community should be there, and I believe the whole community will be there. The whole Coatesville will be there if PW don't get all the tickets, but that's going to be a game to watch. Let's shift back to this. No, listen, look, PW got first of all, they got one of the strongest fan bases, like in all of District 1 and the area. Like you got, the Roman faithfuls who comes out, the Newman faithfuls come out. PW up there. Like you got the Lower Marion.
No, it's like playing up here.
Y'all stalled against Wood. Y'all held the ball in the first quarter, but yeah. Lower Marion face PW fan base up there. Yeah, they held the ball.
No, like when you up here and you play for PW, it's literally like playing for the Sixers of this area, dog. Like I've been around. Yeah. I walked around with Monty. I walked around with my nephew Buddy. Like they get treated crazy up here.
I agree, man.
So that fan base is different.
I want to see PW win. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I'm human. I'm media. I'm not rooting for any other team. I want to see PW win. Like you said, they got a chance to do something special. A lot of suburban ones don't win a state championship often, man. PW got a team that's built where they can actually win the state title as well. Like they have a realistic chance at the 6A title. When you're looking at the TEP and what they'll lose during the states, then you look at the Romans, what they're going to lose during the states. Yeah, they got a shot. They got a real shot. And definitely when you got the island god, I just think you got a chance. And like you said, we talked all off the record all fall, man. Monty Shajid playing the right way is very scary, man. Very scary.
Man.
At times, he was taking shots where he could have, got up off it and then got it back and just trying to figure things out. I think he got it figured out. He's comfortable, he's committed, he's trusting his guys, kicking it out to his shooters or getting off and letting them feed Big Mike down low. I just think they could do something special, man. I think they could do something special. But like I said, if they do drop 1 or 2 in league play, Ghee, we can't hold no excuses because we had the pressure on Upper Dublin. The coaches and the players felt the pressure last season, and they ran through everybody. They lost game 1 and won like 20-something games straight. Yes. And ran off like 20-something
Coastville, Moscow event. Beat LaSalle at LaSalle. That was a nice schedule too.
So
they ran through all that.
Pressure is on. We letting y'all know the pressure is on. At least from over here, the pressure is on. Y'all got to win. Now let's shift back to the PCL. Is West Catholic legit? Like I ain't gonna say.
I got a phone call. I got a phone call from an anonymous person. I got a phone call from an anonymous person. I would never say his name on here because this is between us. But he said he watched them over the weekend, man. He said, man, that's not it, man. He said, that's not it. And listen to me. Listen to me. It's hard for me to do this job. I'm gonna tell you why it's hard for me to do this job, and I love it because I'm relationship wise. I'm dug in with a lot of guys. Like the starting point guard is my kid, Rakim. Sai is my kid. X, you know what I'm saying? Ramir. These are my kids that came through my program, so I love them. I also have to be real on here. You know what I'm saying? And they saying that ain't the joint. A lot of I got a phone call like, Gee, this joint ain't right. Like you called me, Gee, saying, yeah, West Catholic possibly beat Wood, but it's Catholic. I don't see it. That's what they saying. So
So I'm
they
gonna say
saying what they
this.
seen them this weekend. It ain't it. It ain't it.
I'm like, so I'm with when I'm looking at this West Catholic team, like you said, man, they could either like not be good or be very, very good. Like it's going to depend on how those, close games, coin flip games going to turn out. Because I'm looking, they are one of the deepest teams in the PCL. Rakim Johnson, Eric Scott, Rozier, Speaks, Fournier, Wheatley, the long kid. They call him the Claw. What's the Claw name? The
Nair,
Claw.
Nair,
Who got to come?
Nair,
Yeah, Nair Farlow, the Claw.
Harlow.
They
Mhm.
were the deepest teams in the PCL, so they can be either in that 4 or 5, 6 range, or I could see them missing the playoffs. It's like we got to
Nah,
see it for
nah.
the. I don't know. We're
Missing
gonna
the
get there.
playoffs
We're
is
gonna get there in a
crazy.
minute. I'm just saying they can either be Palestra or Mr. They in that spot. I swear there's like this gray area for them. Like they could like, oh, West Catholic, the 4 seed was like, West Catholic, this happened, this player did, they ain't make the player. I'm telling you, they got one of those teams. They got one of those teams. They got an MVP candidate in Kingston Wheatley. But like, we're gonna look at the season start in December. We might look at West Catholic roster in February, and it might not even look the same depending on how stuff play out. So it's like we got to see it. I mean, I'm looking at
A
they
lot of
are
players
very,
on that
very
team
deep.
put their finger on the
They
quit button.
very deep. Yeah, what about Bonner? I haven't seen
I don't
Bonner
see
so
missing the playoffs.
what about
I mean,
Bonner? What's
10
the
teams make
ceiling
the
for?
playoffs, right?
Yes, we're gonna get to
Yeah, I
that.
don't
We're
see
gonna get to
missing
that.
the playoffs. I
I mean,
don't see
actually,
missing the playoffs.
what's the ceiling for Bonner this season? They got the franchise. Everybody knows one of my favorite players to watch, Cam Jackson over there. What's the ceiling for Bonner?
No higher than 6. No higher than 6. 5,
Mm.
6. 6
Even
is
with
the
the
ceiling.
franchise, can the franchise will him to 5, 4, or
No,
5?
no, no, no. He's a really good player. He's a really good player. But if this was tennis, then I'd say, yeah, I'm gonna take the franchise. But it's a team game. And Cam
Yeah,
Jackson, who just
yeah.
won the Chosen League with me, one of my favorite point
Tough,
guards in the area.
tough,
Yeah,
tough.
I just don't think they have enough to finish top 4. If that's what you're asking, I think the ceiling is
I agree.
6-5.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
That's
I
the
think I
yeah
think if
yes.
Bonner have a hell of a season, they finish like you said 6, 7 range, and then go into the playoffs with a chance to knock somebody off. But like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
Cassidy coaches those guys up. One of the best young coaches,
Yes, he do.
and he
Billy
got
do
the
a good job.
franchise, man. So I'm excited to see them beat the odds. That's I love the. We all know on paper what Bonner look like, but I'm excited to see can they will pass the odds, like because all the odds can be beat, right? Like that's the true thing. Like they might be against you, but they could be beat. So I want to see what the franchise and Cam put together. They've been playing together for a long time. I've seen those two. They might have been in 7th grade. I didn't even know who they was. They was playing with Final, I think. Final at the time. I didn't even know who they was. All I knew was the franchise was coming soaring through the lane and mixing and Cam hitting threes. So I had to do my homework, and they both ended up Bonner. So that's special. So I want to see what Billy do with those guys, man, and see can the franchise, reach that Palestra level or get a playoff win, man. Who missed the playoffs, man? Who will miss the playoffs? That's the real thing. We got 14. What is it? 14 teams?
I feel like we missed the whole middle section. You right, like who is 5'6"? Like who is 5'6"? It's like I don't like. Listen, I mean this with all due respect. I don't like nobody. Like I've seen everybody. I've seen everybody. I don't like nobody. 5'6" can be Bonner, Ryan, West Catholic in that mix, right?
Yes, yes.
Because I got Lansdale. I got Lansdale making the playoffs this year.
Mm.
Tennessee.
I'm gonna be honest. So
My
like,
three out.
it's 4. Is
My
it 3
three
out? It's
out.
3 out.
4 out. Four. It's 14 teams or 13 teams. Should be
Let me
14,
check.
right?
I believe it's 14. If
So
y'all in the comments,
my
I
three.
can't. They don't comment on here like they do on Instagram.
So
Let me see.
my 4 out would be my 4 out right now would be Carroll, Egan, LaSalle, O'Hara.
So I think 10 teams make it. Ghee is Is it
It's
10?
14-team league, right?
Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, 14. So is it 4 out? It's probably 4 out. So who you
Yeah,
4
I got
out?
Conwell Egan, LaSalle, O'Hara, Carroll.
Conwell Egan,
I
you
just can't.
said.
I can't just.
So
People probably say, "You don't got Carroll making the playoffs." Carroll didn't make the playoffs with a kid going against Zaga and
Carroll will
another
make the
kid.
playoffs. Not the Ghee. Carroll gonna make the playoffs this year. Yeah, they're gonna make it. There's
All
a
right,
lot
all right.
of it's a
Y'all
lot
have a
of
good. Y'all have a good
I
night.
get
Y'all have a
no,
good night.
no, listen, I get what you're saying. I done seen some crucial meltdowns at Carroll. Shout out to them guys over there. I done seen some crucial meltdowns. But
Yo,
let
pull
me
that
say
plug
this,
out.
Gee.
How you pull the plug out of this shit?
No, listen, hear me out. Carroll got one of the most talented first fives. Big Drew, young Nasir Rouse. They got the big kid. I don't want to disrespect him. He nice with the. I'm calling him the big kid with the
The
goggles before I
goggles.
get his name
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
The big kid with the goggles is tough. They're going to be really, really good. And then Ian is back as well. Carroll going to compete. Carroll will
Ian
definitely make the
back.
playoff this year. Ian is
I
back. He
haven't
played
seen.
this weekend. He is back. Ian is
I love
back.
Ian. I love Ian.
You know,
So
the IQ there, the game is there, the leadership is there. You know, we question his health to see if he can stay healthy, but he
I
just
love
got to get
Ian.
back in
So I got
basketball
nothing bad
shape.
to say
But the
about Ian.
IQ, man, he was one of the best 2026 point guards, man, when he's healthy, man. He
So
was
you just
like
said they had
so.
one of the best fives. You just said that they one of the best fives, and I'm gonna have to stop you right there. This is a
Yeah, they
team.
do.
This is a team that had a starting five of top 20 Munich Gray. Gonzaga. Let me say that loud. West Coast. Gonzaga commit. Luca Foster. Shout out to Luca. Christian. Nike EYBL Scholastic League now. Nas and somebody else don't even matter.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Finished
I'm with you.
11th. Finished 11th. It ain't the kids, man.
But listen. No, listen. I'm gonna go to
It ain't the
bat for him
starting
this time.
five.
I'm gonna go to bat for him. Hear me out, Gee. They lost Ian the beginning of the season, right? Was he out before that? They didn't have Ian. Ian was their starting point guard, whether it was last season or the year before that. That's the engine. Hear me out. Drew played what 0 PCL games last year. Your 6'10" forward played 0 PCL games. And then chemistry. You got certain guys. So it's tough to coach ESPN top 25 kids when you got those type of kids. Those guys got to get shots. Those guys got to get touches. So like it's certain stuff where it's like you got to get those guys the ball. Whereas though I think with this Carroll team and this unit, they just playing. Nobody expecting to get this many shots or this many touches. They just playing. I think they do make the playoffs. If I'm looking at the 14 team landscape. One second. I'm looking at the 14 team landscape. So shout out to my guy Ryan over at O'Hara. I don't see O'Hara making the playoffs. Haven't seen him this fall, but I do know what they lost. And they lost 6'7" wing Malik Brown, who was huge for them. I just don't see how you recover from that loss that
Malik
fast. I think
Myatt.
Malik Myatt as well, they leading scorer who's now at Life Center. I don't see you recovering from that. I don't see that. Who knows? And then Egan, man. Shout out to my guy Tate, man. A lot of talent over there. You know, Miles Moore is over there. Matty Ice, who's one of my favorite point guards.
One of my favorites
They
too.
got Justin Bob over there. They got a lot of talent. It's just the PCL is loaded. So if it's 4 teams miss the playoffs, I think O'Hara will miss them. Egan will
Yep.
miss them.
I
Devin
got
Prep
that.
lost 6 seniors. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're not going to
No,
make it.
that's my Carroll will
Devin
make the
Prep.
playoffs. Carroll will make the playoffs. I forgot
Yes.
about Devin Prep. You're right. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Carroll will make the
Devin,
playoffs.
and I'm rooting for Torrey, man. He got great 2028
Torrey
kids,
making the
man.
playoffs. Torrey's making the
Ace
playoffs.
Stevens is good. Lewis is good. E Money, Brayton Martin is good. He
I
got
think
pieces
Torrey
over
will
there.
beat all 4 of those teams we named. Torrey will be Devin Prep. He will be Egan. He will
Yes.
be O'Hara, and he will be LaSalle. I think.
I don't know if the LaSalle game is going to be the deciding factor. That's going to be the game.
That's going to be the
It
deciding factor.
depends where
That's
that
gonna be the
game at, who win that game. You say Lansdale sneak in, I'm gonna say LaSalle sneaks in. I'm gonna say LaSalle sneaks in. You say Lansdale, but like you said, I think we both agree on O'Hara, Egan, Prep is gonna be tough for them to make the playoffs. And then right there to be that last spot, Lansdale and LaSalle. Who makes
Carroll
the
will make
Final
the playoffs.
Four?
You're right. I apologize. You're right. You're right
Yeah,
about
Carroll
that. Devin
definitely.
Prep definitely not making the playoffs.
No. Who makes the Final Four? That's
Wood, Roman, Judge, Newman. If somebody gonna get upset at it,
you got Wood finishing first.
I got no, I ain't saying that's the order. Newman, I think Newman finished first.
I'm trying to line you up.
I think Wood is on upset alert.
Mm.
I think the other teams get in. I think Wood will be the team that I would need to watch. I watched them lose a home game with Jalil Bethia. Like I just like I don't know.
Again, when you coaching those highly touted kids in the rankings,
I love Moscow too, man. Let me shout that out, man. Because the Moscow will call and cuss me out after this. Moscow, I'm sorry. I can't lie on here.
I got Moscow getting in there. Moscow gets in there. I think Newman and Judge. Newman and Judge are the only locks. But I do believe Roman and Wood gets to the Final Four. I agree. I think that's pretty much going to be 90% of the community with those four. But I think, well, look, West Catholic is on that borderline, or 8-9. I think West Catholic, they talented. We just got to wait and see how the roster look in February, March. We don't know.
I believe in
particulars that might transpire, But they're exciting to watch. Like I said,
gotta see.
It's gonna be interesting, man. Well, I think that wrap it up for tonight, Ghee, man. Until the end of the month, we tap back in right before the season, and really break down, the ins and outs of things, and we give up the our predictions for the first team all Catholic and first team all pub and player of the year, or those things of those natures. We'll do that at the end of the month, man. But Ghee, I appreciate you for tapping in with me, good brother. Go ahead, go for it.
So some scrimmages start November 19th. So me and we're gonna get outside early on that, get to watch them scrimmages. It ain't for everybody, but I do got the schedules to a lot of scrimmages that I'm gonna invite my man too. So that he got as well. So we'll be outside in about 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. Get to see some good scrimmages, man. PW scrimmage in Imhotep. You got Malvern coming to scrimmage, like I think they scrimmage in Roman, I would say. So it's gonna be some good John. So we'll be outside soon, you think?
Yes, sir. So I'm dropping my rankings. I don't know if I'm gonna do it tomorrow, the next day, or next week. But I got the official area top 25, the official top 25 of the area, official top 25 in the area. Let's be clear here. I'm gonna give y'all one spoiler alert. The official, and then the one spoiler alert is, let's be clear here. Westtown is the overall #1 team out of any team in the Philadelphia area. It's not even close. They got about 10 Division I prospects. So if you got a top 25 out and you don't got Westtown at the top, you are tripping. So I'm going to leave it at that, Ghee. Until next time, Ghee.
All right, my boy.
My God, peace.